Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mama and Lala Read Books.
That's
what you've read since we talked last?
I read them all.
You read them all?
I read them all.
Oh my god.
No, right.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Oh, you're one to talk. I'm excited about having read 5 books in a month.
That's crazy.
There was this one
Yeah.
that you just happened to have in the car with you last time because you were buying the second part.
Yes, ma'am.
So I read that. It was fun. I liked it. And you bought the second one, right? The next part. So I'll have to borrow that.
You're going to probably read it for me.
Oh, you
I didn't read it.
Oh, okay.
I had other
You know
things
what?
happening.
Your brother would like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
He would. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. Onyx Storm. Because that was book 3. And there's apparently going to be 5.
Right.
5. So now I have to wait for the next one.
And you liked it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm enjoying the series.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
A Curse Carved in Bone.
Right.
The sequel to the
Because
thing.
it had when we were in the bookstore, it had just come out. It was like brand new. And I had read the first one with the Book of the Month Club.
Was it a good finale?
It was okay.
Okay.
And then Never Flinch. I'm less and less interested in Holly because she's becoming less and less interesting. Story was okay. It starts out as 2 different stories that come together at the end. So it was fine. It's Stephen King, so I'm going to like it anyway.
Right.
Like there's only 1 or 2 of his that I ever just disliked.
Like Cell.
Yes.
This is the
Cell.
worst book ever.
Jeez.
I'm glad we agree.
I still had a credit left from the Book of the Month. And when they popped up the new books, I recognized the author, V.E. Schwab, and I know that I like their writing. So I ordered that.
You read the entirety of Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil.
Yes.
I've been saying to the people, like, I'm going to wait for other people to review it first to know if I want to read it. And then you go ahead and buy it without me knowing. Read it without me knowing. Oh my God. And should I read it then?
I liked it.
Like a lot?
Yes.
Oh my God. This time, the focus is punctuation.
Oh, I didn't even go look. Okay.
It can be anything. Like, there are some things that technically aren't punctuation, but like anything in the symbol section of the keyboard, I'm considering punctuation.
Okay.
Slashes and brackets and periods and exclamation points.
An ampersand.
Correct. I love an ampersand, but I'm also looking for a cover with technology. I'm considering it something that like human beings have created to make something easier. Cell phones, TVs, and computers, but also it could be like a car, it could be a hammer. Like technically a tool is technology. I looked up the technical definition because people are struggling trying to find technology on covers, so I'm just opening it up. I originally said if you can plug it in or it has a battery, then it's technology. But people were like, what about a screwdriver? Oh wait, what are you looking for?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll know it when I see
it's
it.
hard to know because it's not like they have every new release.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna have to like really scour, I think. You do have a little list though.
Yeah.
She saw a reel that was like, books that broke my brain. She wrote them all down.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't write them all down because some of them didn't interest me. Those 4 that I wrote down were ones that sounded good to me.
Oh, okay.
But there were other ones. And the one, what's it called?
Dungeon Crawler.
That was mentioned on a few different lists that I saw.
Yeah, that's like the book of the moment.
Oh,
and
is it?
I'll tell you, we're not going to find that because it has like a wait list of many months.
Yeah.
But I have reserved it. Okay, we'll see you in there. We'll probably have to be quiet because it's a library.
Climbing through my window, I know true love won't walk through the door. You slither like a serpent, slipping through the cracks we've yet to explore.
It's us. We're back.
Wow, that's a lot.
I know. Do you want to talk about my punctuation? Number 1 option, what is wrong with you? Can you find any technology for us?
I'm sure it took technology to make the tablecloth and the chair covers and the glasses. What else we got?
Where we end and begin. That's an ampersand.
That is an ampersand.
Can you find any technology?
Oh, that bridge is an engineering marvel.
Then we have a fantasy option called The Book That Wouldn't Burn. Check out that apostrophe.
Oh boy.
It's stunning. Is there any technology here?
It's a cathedral.
Oh wait, that's light. Those
Yes,
are
it
lights.
is. Electricity?
Okay, that's the most accurate then, right?
Yes, absolutely.
That's a big book.
That is a big book.
Two strangers find themselves connected by a vast and mysterious library containing many wonders and still more secrets in this powerful, moving first book in a new series.
This was on my list of brain-breaking books. It's called Anyone.
Okay, there's a thumbprint.
I know nothing about it.
Great.
Girl in the Spider's Web. And we found out that the first 3 books were written by one person, and the next 3 books are written by a totally different person.
And we're wondering why and how.
Like, what the heck?
And now another 3 books are being worked on by another person.
Yeah.
Liam's here. Hello.
Cyber Mage. I don't remember why I picked that. I don't know.
I like the title.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's another one.
Oh, this one sounded fun.
I picked this one more for her,
Yes.
but I want her to try it because I've heard good things.
The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. This one is called Coco Takes a Holiday. A non-stop bloody thrill ride with all the subtlety of a rocket launcher. I loved every minute of it. Just made me want to read it.
Quite the blurb.
Yes.
This one says something about a self-sustaining microclimate and biological nanotech.
Okay.
If you start them all, then next time you check in, you can tell us like
Right.
the vibes of all of them.
This one's an imaginative, talented storyteller with a knack for both dark comedy and harrowing tragedy.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Good morning. Sweet baby Liam and I are going on a bike ride bright and early before it gets way too hot out. And I haven't decided yet if I want to read this physically or on audio, so I figured I should pick something I know I want to listen to on audio as my second book and then my second book first. You know the deal by now. If I complete both of the buzzwords with one book, I get to read something in one of the 3 series that I'm excited to continue in. Recently, I decided I don't actually think I'm going to continue and read Nona. Jessa Hastings is currently being really embarrassing on Maine, so we're going to pretend she doesn't exist, and that leaves us with the Veronica Speedwell series. I don't know why I'm holding all of them as if I'm trying to choose which one I want to read. I'm going to go in order. So the one I'll be reading today is A Murderous Relation. I like the audiobooks, and so I'm going to listen to this on our bike ride. What are you going to be listening to? Sick. I can officially confidently bike with just one hand. Are you proud of me? A Murderous Relation, I only got through 3 chapters. We were biking for an hour. Is about this prince who has gifted a jewel to a lady of the night, it seems. And his family is ashamed of this. And they want him promised to this like perfect, currently 16-year-old other royal family princess. I think she was a princess. And so they don't want him to besmirch, is that the right word? His name. And so they're hiring Veronica and Stoker to go retrieve the jewel. And the reason they're picking Veronica is because she's not a very fancy lady and they think, oh, she would fit right in this brothel, I suppose. That's the vibes that we're getting early on. And then also we're in the time of Jack the Ripper. So we're gonna have a little bit of that integrated in here. And I'm really reading it not so much for the mystery plot in each book, but because of Veronica and Stoker's love story. Like they're already in love, but they still have a fantastic, like, little bit of banter, a little bit of tension, but also just warmth and comfort with each other. And I can't wait to see what happens between them in here. If Stoker cannot deduce what to do with you in a house full of beds, he does not deserve you. Exactly. Veronica in this book is ready to consummate her relationship with Stoker. Stoker is kind of pushing her off a little bit. There's this like built up tension between the two of them, and it's gotten to the point where from their perspective it's been like too long. Like they've been waiting too long to like fully commit to one another that it's almost easier to not, because they've built this rapport that is already so perfect. And maybe they're building up in their minds that everything will be way more perfect than it actually is, and they don't want to be disappointed. But Veronica is like raring to go. She is ready. Stoker is reluctant. Though we aren't getting his internal thoughts very much in this book. I'm already like 3/4 of the way through. I'll tell you, this is probably going to be my least favorite in the series. With that said, it's still going to be a 4. I love the little mysteries we get. I still love their dynamic, but this one just isn't as interesting. In other books, we've gotten more of like Stoker's backstory, or we have a little more, banter between the two of them. This one, they're just existing. And once in a while, we get Veronica wanting more, and her telling people she wants more. I like the setting of this one because we're pretty much in a sex club for a lot of it, and that leads to a lot of, I feel like I've read something like this before. It might be one of my favorite romances, The Wedding Crasher. They end up in this like ridiculous situation where they're watching other people have sex, and it like creates this really interesting tension. And this one could do that, but I mean, it is more historical, and so things are more secretive and behind closed doors. They're not like literally witnessing people doing anything, but they have infiltrated this club with their fake identities, and there's people propositioning them, and they understand a lot of things are happening, and they're not engaging with them themselves. In fact, in that whole situation that went on for a good portion of the book, they're not even in the same room because they're both going through the place trying to find this jewel, right? They're encountering various people. They're trying to get answers from various people. Like one person leads them to another, They're slowly getting closer to this person who is supposed to be getting married and who knows where the jewel is. They're getting closer to the woman who has the jewel. They're understanding the dynamic between everybody. He is older, like 24. He should be able to make his own decisions. His family is treating him like he's, this perfect, untouchable prince. And they don't want his reputation tarnished, the family's reputation tarnished. So they're like, this younger woman is going to be perfect for you in a couple years. Don't go for this woman who is all wrong for you and they don't respect. And what I like about Stoker in here is he's very like respectful. He grew up in a similar life of privilege. And there are multiple moments where he's like, just because this person is different from me, has different values, that doesn't mean that they're bad. That doesn't mean they should be treated poorly by society. There's women who are, selling their bodies in here, and a lot of people are looking down on them. And Veronica and Stoker are not. They just have a different viewpoint, and they're treating everyone with respect and bare minimum for sure. But I do like that the book is incorporating Stoker regularly challenging like what everyone else at the same place in society as him would be thinking, and how he wants everybody to just be respected more than they are. And as the title suggests, there is like a family relationship with like one of these members that we're navigating. That is what brings Veronica and Stoker into the situation. Oh, and of course there's a dead body. Murderous. Yeah, they're solving that, of course, while being in the brothel. It's sunset. We're fishing. Well, they're fishing. There's one. The other one's back there somewhere. I finished Veronica Speedwell, book number 4? Number 4. And I liked the ending. I wish some things were a little more fleshed out, I liked the parts of the book where we learned more about Veronica's childhood. I liked the portion of the book where we got to see Veronica interact with children. That was fun. And yeah, overall, I'm going to give it a 4. A 4 feels good. I've given all of them 4s actually, but it's been a range in my mind of like 4 to 4.5. They're all in there. So here's my current ranking. Maybe in the next Buzzword episode, I'll read another one, or maybe I'll wait an episode. I don't know. It's just a good consistent vibe. Like you always know what you're gonna get. You know what to expect. It's gonna go exactly how you think. Unlike fishing, we have yet to catch a fish. Maybe today's the day. Do you see that rainbow? Look at it, how pretty. I've left the boys to fish. I hope they catch a good one by the time I come back. I'm biking, I'm not just wearing this for the fashion. I started listening to The Book That Wouldn't Burn, and it's interesting. We have 2 main characters. We're reading from both of their perspectives. The audiobook only has one narrator, but it is like 3rd person, so it's fine. Like it makes sense. We have one girl who like grew up in the dirt. All we know is she's from the dirt. Like they don't have anything. I cannot remember our character's name, but she at the very first scene gets like kidnapped, taken away, but she ends up maybe in a positive situation because she can see, and she's been able to see the lights of the city kind of her entire life. They're not close, mind you. She said she has to walk like half a day just to be able to see the lights actually. But she knows there's more out there. And she has this insatiable knowledge. She wants to know things. And so when she gets this opportunity, even though it starts with like a kidnapping, she's gonna go get to see the city, and it's a big deal. Then we're following someone who's in the city. It's a boy, and he's imprisoned in this giant library. And the library is like an endless amount of books, and you can go into different worlds throughout the books. He also has this insatiable knowledge and wants to get out of the situation and see like what's real outside of it. And also there's this reference to someone that he failed or someone he left behind, someone that he wants to go find. Anyway, I gotta get back and see the fish that I'm sure they caught. How many did you catch?
All of them, there's no fish left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hello. You haven't seen me do this in a minute, but I'm taking pictures today of bookmarks. If you're new here, I guess, maybe some of you don't know, my mom has a bookmark business. These are the bookmarks. They're beautiful. They're wire. They're crystals and gems and charms. And she hasn't made a batch in quite a while. She took a little hiatus from the Etsy shop. Now we're back, baby. I have so many pretty ones to put up for sale. So the link will be down below if anyone's interested. The update on my book. Okay, first of all, the girl's name is Lavira. That's why I couldn't remember it. It was unfamiliar to me. The boy's name is Ivar, and she grew up in the dust, not the dirt. It's called the dust. What else I wanted to correct myself on? For some reason, like the phrase insatiable knowledge sounded right to me. It's to have an insatiable thirst for knowledge, I think is the like proper phrase, but technically insatiable knowledge also makes sense. It just doesn't sound as right. Anyway, I have been reading this for days now, and I'm in the final third, and I'm ready to wrap it up today. I'm not gonna go to sleep without completing this. I am enjoying it, but it's not gonna be above a 4, and I just kind of want to finish it. Yeah, I want to finish it. The concept is really interesting. It's really unique. This library is a hub, basically. There's this thing called the mechanism inside of it that can connect you like to be inside the world of any of the books that you want to be. Obviously there's some limitations for like who can be in the library and blah, blah, blah. But also there's the chance of getting stuck in the mechanism, and Ivar and some other people are those who have been trapped in the mechanism for a certain period of time. And now, you know, their lives are changed forever. There's things to do with time beyond just different realities and universes that you can enter. And since we're reading about both of them, naturally, they come to meet in different timelines and different universes. And what I like about it is like time is kind of moving differently for them, or we're spending a different amount of time with them. So like one of our characters, we're spanning a lot of their life, and one of the characters we've only been through, I don't know, like a couple days, a couple weeks, as they are time hopping more and seeing the other character at different like points in their life. Naturally, this kind of plot and the way I'm describing it, it sounds like a romance, or it could turn into a romance, and this is not a romance book. However, the bit of romantic things that are happening, because there is some, I could absolutely do without. I would prefer this to be a 100% friendship book, and it almost like doesn't feel authentic to the book for there to be any romantic entanglements. And I don't know if anybody else would agree with me. It just feels like maybe an editor or publisher was like, you have to have some type of like relationships and tension in here, and Mark Lawrence was like, okay, because I don't know that he, like, the writing feels necessarily passionate about any relationships, but there is relationship dynamics. I really like the writing. There are a couple tabs that I made. These aren't the most groundbreaking quotes, but there was one moment where she said, with an endless library, if you search long enough, you can find a book that agrees with just about any opinion you have, and we're the engine of that search. We blah, blah, blah. But I think that just reflects on, you know, our reality too. I like the language that's used. Like there was a scene where there was a, I don't know, beast of sort. There was a phrase that he used, like the animal drained all of the scent from the air. And I thought that was just a really good way of saying like he was sniffing her, and also it implies how big the animal is, like drained all of the scent from the air, gives you an idea without being like, and the creature was 5 feet tall and blah, blah, blah. The middle third was a lot of like hunting down information from both characters. They were just like kind of looking for something or someone for a very long time. And I think now the plot has picked up, but that middle third, like when I tell you it took me days to get through it, it has taken me days. There's one reveal that I've been like waiting for because I don't see how this isn't how the book is going to go down. But I've also heard there's a couple like twisty, turny, or like reveals in here that I'm interested in, and I hope it's not just the one thing that I already see coming. We have two like distinct groups of people and how they're treated differently and how they interpret each other differently. I think there's just going to be this grander discussion about perception. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Oh, and I also wanted to show you, I just got some bookish mail. I don't know how I, of all people, have been selected for this because I know that I got to the Will of the Many way later than a lot of other people, but I guess Saga has appreciated my coverage of the Will of the Many and the people who I've gotten into the series. So they sent me an arc. A full arc, not just the little teaser that was also so kind, but I have the strength of the few in my hands and I feel unworthy, and this feels crazy to have. It doesn't come out until November, so as much as I want to read it and pass it along to some other people, I don't think I'm going to read it until maybe like October, but then I definitely will. Look at me in these big fantasy books this year. I hate to just sound like someone who doesn't like a long book, but this book was too long. You really could have cut out half of what was happening in here and gotten the same story. I am going to give it a 3.75. I think it was a good book. It's so close to a 4. When I closed it, I was thinking, like, I don't care about these characters. They carried the plot well. The plot was interesting. The concept is so interesting, and they carried it just fine. But I'm not invested in either one of them. And that was a real, like, bad feeling for me. I want to like them so much. I want to care about them, but they really were just there to take the plot forward. Like, it wasn't about them, even though we were so focused on them. I don't know how to explain it. As far as the reveals, the one thing that I predicted definitely came true and made a lot of sense. I liked the explanation behind it and what came after. There was one reveal I definitely didn't see coming that was very interesting. I wish I had recorded myself reading this because I was like, wait, oh my God, am I reading this right? And it kind of makes you want to go, it's one of those books, like, it's not like the biggest twist in the world, but it does make you want to go back and reread certain sections just to see it from a little bit of a different perspective, knowing everything that you know once it's done. I'm not going to continue the series, but that's not a surprise because I don't continue in many series. I think what was keeping it from being a 4, because like objectively, I think this is a 4-star book. If you love Shadow of the Wind and The Starless Sea, like a book about books, this one definitely I think would be in alignment for people who loved both of those. But I really could not get on board with the creature stuff. That's just really not for me. Maybe yes, in a book where it's all about creatures, like when we're in a fairy world, I like all the little creatures. But when we're so rooted in reality, and then there's like kind of monstrous side plots and animals, and I that's not my favorite thing. I kind of struggled with how it was described too, but maybe that was intentional. I don't know. I feel like there's more I should say about this considering how many pages this was. Like, is that really my whole review? I feel like I've given you the bones of what it's about and my general overall thoughts. So this vlog ended with a 4-star and a 3.75. I had a decent time reading these two books and I would definitely recommend them both. So I think that's the win from this episode, and I will see you next time. Well, I'll see you before that, but for the next buzzword, the challenges, I don't think I even know what they are, and I don't have anything in mind. So if you want to give me and anyone else any recommendations down below. The theme is with, oh God, oh right, okay, because I was going to do With a Vengeance, but then I made that the book club pick for July, so I'm reading it in July instead of August, so I have to come up with something new for with. And then the cover is transportation. I have a couple options for that. Oh yeah, there's a train. The live show for that one is a couple days into August, so I think that'll work for a lot of you to read that for the Buzzword Reading Challenge. for August, but I need to come up with something because I have zero ideas. Okay, see you soon. Bye.